Hey folks, how's it going? So, today we're going to talk about how to play an asshole character without actually being an asshole. I know. Strange. Okay. So, first of all, we got to put down a couple things. You have to remember that your alignment in your character is not an excuse to be an asshole to other players. You can be a evil motherfucker. Yeah, I'm going to say the word motherfucker. And at the same time, have the rest of the players love hanging out with you. So, if you were going to be playing a character who is an asshole, you need to be very clear to the other players that that's exactly what's happening. You are doing a role. So, here are some tips on how to be an asshole character without being an asshole. Number 1, be extra nice to the other players. This would be a good time to make compliments to them. Smile a lot when you're not in character. Be extra nice. Not creepy nice, but just be extra nice. And be nice to everyone, even if you're not too thrilled about someone. And here's why. Because if you're being an asshole character, sometimes people can't tell the difference. Number 2, use a different voice. So sometimes you need to have a clear difference between what is your character and what is you as a player. So one of the things that I do is that I have a character who tends to growl a little bit. And he growls at everyone. And because of this, it's very clear on when you're being the character and when you're being yourself. Number 3, just because you are a thief and you have the ability to steal from other players doesn't mean that you have to. So this would be a great example of, let's say you are playing a thief and it is in your character to go and steal from other players. So what you do is that when you go through the process and you ask the GM for a roll and they make a roll and you actually make it, have your character take the item, look at it, and go, oh, I didn't want one of these anyways, and put it back. It shows that, one, you have the skill to do it, but at the same time, you're not actually interfering with that other player. Number 4, if you're going to be an asshole and you're going to argue with another player character, talk with the other player. Say, hey, look, I'm going to be doing this thing where I'm going to be a complete jerk to your character. I wanted to know if that is okay. In fact, why don't we work on some ways that we can do this and be very clear that, hey, it's, and it will allow the other player to be an asshole towards you without you being offended. And it's just a great show. It happens all the time on TV. I mean, how many times have you found out that the villain in a TV show is actually best friends with the main character? I mean, it happens all the time. Actors get along just fine, even though that they're playing characters. Number 5, ask for feedback. Say, hey guys, I'm just letting you know that my character is a bit of an asshole. So if I go overboard, please let me know and I will tone it back a little bit. You would be amazed by what happens just by making that announcement. Most people are going to be okay with you. But if someone does feel a bit, I would say violated or maybe offended, then they can say, hey, can you tone it back a little bit? And it's all about communication. Okay, so before I start doing my shoutouts, I want to ask a question, and some feedback would be really amazing. So, down here, send me a tweet about what you think about this. And that is, what do you think about me actually showing the icon of someone's Twitter handle and their Twitter handle name thingy at the bottom of the screen when I do my shout out? I always like to ask permission because I'm one of these guys that's all about consent. But in the meantime, while you're thinking about that and sending me a tweet right away. Okay, so today's shout outs, we're going to start off with saying thank you to Steamrollers Podcast. I know I keep on talking about them because they keep on producing really good stuff. Oh my gosh, I am really... Ghouls. That's interesting. Ghouls. Okay, like the guys falling from the skyscrapers during an interview was not interesting enough. Okay, so Steamrollers Podcast, really good. As I said before, it's a kind of a hybrid between an actual play and an audio drama. Definitely worth listening to if you really like role-playing, audio dramas, or even steampunk, or all three of those, or one of the other. It doesn't matter. Listen. I also want to say hi to Board Mommy Games. She, her, have been really active on my Twitter feed lately, so thank you very much. And has actually even participated on Periscope. Yes, I'm on Periscope. Follow me on Jack Monkey Games, and you'll find me on Periscope because I do it about once a day now. Sometimes twice if I'm in the mood. And then finally, I want to say thank you to Studious Daniel, who has also been very active on my Periscope, on my Twitter, and has even backed the project today. Woohoo! So, thank you very much.